too long. Don't really wanna dance, and I hate most of these songs. Plus, my feet are killing me. Don't really wanna dance. Should've stayed my ass at home. Yeah, hey, yeah. Go Mickey, Jack, and Jack.
Come on. Let's get it, y'all. All right. What you doing, Bobby? What? Right where we want to be, y'all. Say something, mama.
I'm sitting on the couch on my cell phone, checking your name, driving myself batshit crazy, going insane. Though there's a lot of fun in here, still thinking about you. I just try to pretend I'm happy for a minute or two. They playing easy, it's just a party. Oh, cause I've been here for much too long. Don't really wanna dance, and I hate most of these songs. Plus, my feet are killing me. Don't really wanna dance. Should've stayed my ass at home. Yeah, go Mickey, Jack, and Jack.
Yeah. All right. My man Cowboy is in the building, y'all. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Right there, girl. Miss K, how you feel, Mom? One more verse.
Yeah. I'm sitting on the couch on my cell phone, checking your name, driving myself batshit crazy, going insane. Don't get a lot of fun in here, still thinking about you. I just try to pretend I'm happy for a minute or two. It ain't easy, it's a party. Oh, cause I've been here for much too long. Don't really wanna dance, and I hate most of these songs. Plus, my feet are killing me. Don't really wanna dance. Should've stayed my ass at home.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of the view. Will your lips still remember the taste of love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Cause I'm in love, still loving you till we're 17. Baby, my heart's a falling heart at 23. Cause I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Baby, it's a touch of my hand. With me, I fall in love with you every single day. I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me to your loving arms. Just feel another light of 1,000 stars. Place my hand on your beating heart. I'm thinking out, maybe we found love right where we are. Yeah. I've been really trying, baby, oh, yeah. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, come on, oh, come on. Ooh, no. Let's love it, baby. Let's get on. Sugar, let's get it on. Ooh, my hands on the corner, and the crowd that will never burn. When my hands don't make the same, I know you will say that me the same. 'Cause it's all in you, so we'll never grow old, it's evergreen. Maybe your style will never be my memory. 'Cause I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious way. Maybe it's not part of the plan, but I just keep on making mistakes, hoping that you understand. We are sensitive people with so much to give. Understand me, sugar. Since you got to be, let's see. I love you. Sing it. I said there's nothing wrong with me loving you, baby. Oh no. And giving yourself to me could never be wrong. No. If your love is true, oh baby. Ooh. Don't you see how wonderful life can be, baby? I ain't trying to do nothing little freaky, baby, so get along with me. Now, baby, hey, yeah. I ain't trying to see if they bustin' over. I ain't trying to push you, baby. Listen, I said, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Time for you to ride the bull. I wanna get it on. Yeah. I need to get it on. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, baby. Hey, hey. Let your love come out. Don't you believe in love? Wanna get it on.
Let's get it on.
I need to get it on.
Let's get it on. Get it on. Let's get it on. Get it on.
Let your love come out.
Let's get it on.
They go good biggie, Janet Jeff. Oh, holy. Never heard a party like this in a long time. Party with your Angie. Okay. Also good to see my main man Fleming in the building, y'all. My man Tay, 6th Street, from around the way.
Yeah.
From around the way. Keisha, get it on, let's get it on.
Get it on. Let's get it on.
Tiffany,
Get it on. Let's get it on.
I say what?
Get it on. Let's get it on.
wanna get it on. It's where I need to get it on. Don't you believe in love? You wanna get it on. Ashley. She got that motherfucker. Hey, Johnny. Lock it down. Never heard a party like this in a long time. Somebody gotta get damaged up for solo real soon, y'all. He getting young and the restless back there. Getting young and the restless. Wait a minute. Janet Jeff, you getting young and the restless. About ready to see his dynasty. Keisha. When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Party every Friday night, if it's y'all. And y'all be getting down in the crowd. When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Hey. I said we party every Friday night, if it's y'all. I said we party every rain. Say stop. I said, oh baby, give me one more chance. I said, won't you really let me? Oh, darling, I was blind and let you go. But now that I see you in his arms, I want you back. Yes, I do now. Ooh, ooh, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Na, 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 na.
Special dedication going out to all the Pisces in the building, y'all. If you a Pisces, if you with a Pisces, put something over there.
It's Aries season, you boy. Happy birthday, Aries. Hey, Pisces, your season is over. Baby, don't stop, cause I like it on time. Hey, why don't you come into my house? Fellas, if you win it and you think you're gonna get it, sign. Come into my house, checking my body while I'm sipping on Bacardi. Hey, why don't you come into my house? Throw up your hands if you wanna see me dance. Hey, fellas, come into my house, nice and slow. That's how we do it with the lights down low. And all the fellas, they be throwing that dough. I know you feel it cause you want some more. Oh, 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 get up and dance. I'm burning up out to get out my pants. Hey, I can't help the way I work my hands. Let's keep it real, got it going on and you gotta keep it strong. Baby, don't stop cause I like it on top. Hey, why don't you come into my house? Fellas, if you win it and you think you gon' hit it, sorry. Come into my house, shaking my body while I'm sipping on Bacardi. Oh, Merlot, come into my house. Throw up your hands if you wanna see me dance. Hey, hey, Bo Jack, come on. And BYB, come into my house. Come on, Jack.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on. Wow.
Yeah, why don't you come into my house? Come into my house. I said, what's my name? The K-I-M is taking over your brain. I got the jelly that be on the chain. I make them holler, make them go insane. Hey, hey, you wanna see me wiggle from side to side. Drop it down low and enjoy the ride. Hey, we gon' get down tonight. Got it going on and you gotta keep it strong. Baby, don't stop, cause I like it on top. Hey, why don't you come into my house? Fellas, if you're with it and you think you gon' hit it, side, come into my house. Shaking my body while I'm sipping on Bacardi or Merlot. Come into my house. Throw up your hands if you wanna see me dance. And go, Jack, come on. Oh, 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 oh. Come into my house.
My song, y'all. My song right here, y'all. What you gonna do, nigga? You done tapped out already, girl. Birthday girl, you done tapped. Sing it to Nicky Keys.
Girl, take it off of me. You know just what. It's always hard to leave this private show. But let me see, girl, let me see, take it off. But let me see, take it off. But let me see, take it off. But let me see, take it off. Yeah, yeah.
Groove, mommy, shake it how you like it. Ooh, you got the tools to do it, make it exciting.
Yeah.
Them jeans that you're wearing, giving you that tight fit. I'm trying to get up in between, so with the slightness. Yeah, if you feel that it's right, you can hop up in my truck and we can do it all night. You know that I'm a star, do the things to excite me. How you rubbing on my situations lightly? Oh, shit, you thought I was a nice dude. To pay your car note, your house bills, your life too. One of your girlfriends enticed you. I gave you the love stroke. I showed you what the pipe do. You ain't know, she did call me the godson. You better hold on tight to what the bras want. And I like short skirts. Each and every Friday, your Dipsy looks.
You can't take it off of me. You know just what. It's always hard to leave this private show. But let me see, girl, let me see, take it off. But let me see, take it off. But let me see, take it off. But let me see, take it off. Yeah, yeah.
Some say the X makes the Z spectacular. Make me lift you from your neck to the back of ya. Shivering from the lip, chills up that spine, that ass is mine. Skip the wine and the candlelight, stoke style tonight. It's alright with you, we fucking. Deja vu, the blood spark, finger bucket in the mark, kissy off a party dark. Remember when I used to play between them legs? You pick for me to stop, cause you knew it would head. Sit to your mother's head. At the Marriott, we'd be lucky if we find a spot next to your sister. Damn, I really missed her. The way she used to rub my back when I hit that. The way she used to giggle when that ass would wiggle. Now I know you used to sweet set the fuck up a prettier. She was the Caribbean, but the night
Girl, take it off me. You know just what. It's always hard to leave this private show. But let me see, girl, let me see, take it off. Well, let me see, take it off. Well, let me see, take it off. Well, let me see, take it off, yeah. Since shawty in the club, see her do a thing. I don't wanna rap, but she gon' make it sing. I was on her, and she was on him. All up on my thing, and my thing be on her hip. We ain't the hip hop, we don't know how to act. She came to the front, and she went right back. Shawty, I can see it in your eyes. Ask me how I know. Girl, take it off of me. You know just what I want. It's always hard to leave this private show. Let me see it, girl, let me see it, take it off. But let me see it, take it off. But let me see it, take it off. But let me see it, take it off, yeah. She's shawty in the bed, I see her do a thing. I don't wanna rap, but she gon' make it sing. I was on her, and she was on him. All up on my dick, and my dick be on her hip. The ETF pump, he don't know how to act. She came to the front, and she went right back. Shawty, I can see it in your eyes. Ask me how I know. Girl, take it off of me. You know just what I want. It's always hard to leave this private door. Let me see it, girl, let me see it, take it off. Well, let me see it, take it off. Well, let me see it, take it off. Well, let me see it, take it off.
Well, let the party begin, y'all. My man Zaki is in the building, huh? What you talking about, mama? Yeah! Yeah! Waiting for Sweet Lisa to get into the building.
Yeah,
Choo choo to get into the building, y'all.
yeah,
Yeah! Small Prophet, where you been, mama? Huh? Where you been, huh? Whoa! Yeah! Sagittarius in the building, y'all. Cowboy! Bag in the bag, in the bag, in the bag, in the bag. Big hat! Whatever you want to do, Toya. It's your birthday, Mike. You make the call, whatever you want to do, huh? My man Vicky, my man Jason celebrating his birthday, y'all. Sweet Angel celebrating, and Sweet Vicky celebrating. Yeah! Woo! Oh, you ready now? Hey, look at Kesey ready now. How you feel, Angel? Good to see you, Bob.
I walked in 30,000 in my pocket and I had a screaming like $50,000 on that bitch, you wanna fuck me and I'm screaming like cause I got a check, nigga wanna flex, ain't got a flex, but I got it. She can get it over there, she gon' wanna sex, every nigga in a sex, and I'm screaming like how much you made? $2 million off a mixtape and I had a like they try to drop me with a case, but you know I had to state it, I'm a singer like see, boy, no more road and I play. But if you heard then I'm talking, then I say but keys swaying, the top of the long nigga while I stay. I'm a bad boy, man, I'm with big clothes. Like face in the club with the nigga did it. Any hopes you wanna be, drink to the bitch and get it poppin'. Well, I'm the nigga that get it poppin'. Never show like Venus poppin'. Look at what you doing. When I landed for a walk, 30,000 in my pocket and I had her screaming like got $50,000 on that bitch, you wanna fuck me and I'm screaming like cause I got a check, nigga wanna flex, ain't got a flex, but I got it. See if you get it over there, she gon' wanna sex, every nigga in a sex, now they screaming like how much you made? $2 million off a mixtape and I had a lot. They try to drop me with a case, but you know I had to state it, I'm a singer like see, boy, I know my road and I play. But if you heard then I'm talking, then I said keys swinging at the top of the long nigga while I stay. I'm a bad boy, man, I'm with big clothes. Like a mace in the club when the nigga did it. Any hoe she wanna free drink to the bitch and get it poppin'. Well, I'm the nigga to get it poppin'. Her show like Venus poppin'. Look like what you doing. When I landed for a ball, paying 30,000 in my pocket and I heard her screaming like
Let's get it, Jay.
got $50,000 on that bitch, you wanna fuck me and I'm screaming like
Crystal.
cause I got a check, nigga wanna flex, ain't got a flex, but I got it. See if you get it over there, she gon' wanna sex, every nigga in a sex, now I'm screaming like
Bigger.
shit! Yes, sir!
Oh, let the party begin, y'all.
Come on!
What you doing, Crystal? Two-step, girl. Woo! Come on. Looking for all the Sagittarius ready to party, y'all. Gangsta Mo's in the building now.
Hey, y'all there?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Gangsta Mo's in the building, y'all. Yeah. Whoa. They try to show off a little bit tonight. Bigger! Make a move, Jimmy Jimmy. Hold me down, Nick. Rock the bell, Jack. Whatever y'all want to do, we ready now.
How much you made? $2 million off a mixtape, and I had it like
Yeah.
they tried to drop me with a case, but you know I had to skate it. I was singing like say, boy, I know my role and I play it. If you heard, then I'm talking and I sing. He's swinging at the top of the long nigga while I stay. I'm a bad boy, but I'm with me clothes like Mace in the club when the nigga did it. Any host you wanna be, drink to the bitch and get it poppin'. Well, I'm the nigga to get it poppin'. The her show like Dennis Rodman. The clip what you doing when I land and go off. Being 30,000 in my pocket and I had her screaming like ooh. I paid $50,000 so the bitch you wanna fuck me and screaming like ooh. Cause I got a trick, nigga wanna flex, ain't got a flex, but I got it. Now you can get it, hold it X, she gon' wanna sex, every nigga in a set, now be screaming like ooh. How much you made? How much you made? How much you made? How much you made?
Introducing my business. Introducing.
Yeah. This is a special one. My nigga, on Monday, I am waiting. And on Tuesday, I am fading. And on Wednesday, I can say. There's a phone ring, I hear you. The dark side has a clear view as you come to rescue me. And guess what? Oh, sometimes I fall so fast I can hardly catch my breath. I hope it lasts. Sing, DC. It seems like I can finally rest my head on something real. Oh, and if you know me better than I ever knew myself, I love how you can tell all the pieces, pieces, pieces of me. All the pieces, pieces, pieces of me. I am moody, messy, I get restless, careless, and you never seem to care. And guess what? I am angry, it's sun, but I'm happy, submission, and I won't stop till you're there. And guess what? Oh, sometimes I fall so bad. Hey, when I hit that bottom crack, you're all I have. Sing, sing. My head on something real. Nah, I can't hear you. Yeah, I love how you can tell all the pieces, pieces, pieces of me. All the pieces, pieces, pieces of me. How do you know everything I'm about to say? Am I that obvious if it's written on my face? I hope it never goes away. Thank you, ladies, and thank you, family. Family, hey DC, hey MD, hey BA, platform man, come on.
In this liquor, the energy thicker. All I wanna do, all I want is you.
Let's get it, y'all.
There's something in this liquor.
up in here.
Let's get it bigger.
Let's get it biggie.
All I wanna do,
My part right here, y'all.
all I want is you.
Lord. They humming back there, y'all. I hear you, Biggie. Rock the bell time. Big eye! Big eye! Good Lord.
Yes, sir.
Right there, keep it right there. Let it run, you go. Big eye! Angie done walked up in here. I'm talking about Angie Swan, yo. Where you been, girl? We've been waiting for you all night long. Tiffany.
Said it's something in this finger.
Hell yeah.
Now and it's getting bigger. Oh yeah.
Check it out.
All I wanna do, all I want is you. There's something in this liquor, girl.
Yeah.
I'm staring at your figure. I just wanna see you strip right now. Come on, let me have you work it out. But he just live up in my cup, yeah. 'Cause I want you, yeah. I had a little bit too much, yeah. So come over here. Whoa, there's something in this liquor.
So no.
The air is getting thicker.
Yeah.
All I want is you.
Party girl.
All I wanna do. There's something in this liquor.
Hell yeah.
The air is getting thicker. All I wanna do. All I want is you.
Test. Showtime in a few minutes, y'all.
They on Friday night, y'all. Right there, girl. The winner is. And the winner is Salam Soul.
There's something in this picture, girl.
Yeah.
The air is getting thicker. I just wanna see you strip right now. Come on, let me have you work it out. But you just leave up in my cup, girl. 'Cause I want you, yeah. I heard a little bit too much, yeah. So come over here. Whoa.
I see you on Tiffany's.
It's getting bigger.
Make it work, girl.
All I wanna do,
Yeah.
all I want is you.
I say, Kim say, all on his mouth like a liquor. Kim say, all on his mouth like a liquor. My ladies say, all on his mouth like a liquor. Like liquor. Kim say, all on his mouth like a liquor. My ladies say, all on his mouth like a liquor. Fellas say, all on his mouth like a liquor. Like. See me in the club, 50 them girls. Posted in the back, diamond rings in my girl. DC brim with my eyes in love. Every boy in here with me got that smoke. Every girl in here gotta look me up and down. All on Instagram, straight cake, not a man. Circulate the image every time I come around. Keys up, tell us how we're looking. Tell us how we're looking. Boy, it's all for you. Walk my way. Tell us how we're looking, babe. Tell us how we're looking, babe. Do this all for you. Just take aim. Tell us how we're looking, babe. Drop the bass, mama, bass get lower. Radio speed it up, I just go slower. High like trouble, pumping them beers. Your man ain't never seen a booty like this. Why he keep my name rolling off his tongue? He just wanna smash. I just write another one I see. Don't compete and the beat got sucker. Don't say all on his mouth like liquor. My ladies say all on his mouth like liquor. My ladies up front say all on his mouth like liquor. My ladies in the back say all on his mouth like liquor. Hey, like liquor. The Pisces say all on his mouth like liquor. My Aries say all on his mouth like liquor. And B Moon say all on his mouth like liquor. Like liquor. Yeah. I see booty. Yeah. I see booty. Yeah. I see booty. See me in the club, 50 them girls. Posted in the back, diamond rings in my grill. DC brim with my eyes in love. Every boy in here with me got that smoke. Every girl in here gotta look me up and down. All on Instagram, straight cake, got a pound. Circulate the image every time I come around. G's up, tell us how we're looking. Tell us how we're looking. Boy, this all for you. Walk my way. Tell us how we're looking, babe. Tell us how we're looking, babe. Do this all for you. Just take aim. Tell us how we're looking, babe. Tell us how we're looking, babe. Drop the bass, mama, bass get lower. Radio speed it up, I just go slower. High like trouble, pumping them beers. Your man ain't never seen him. Why he keep my name rolling off his tongue? He just wanna fuck.
some women, they're
Hey,
right.
look, don't stress with the
It don't happen as much with the G-spot.
I did look at the package before to make sure that I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. Yes, you know,
ain't no race in the world been through what Black African Americans have been through. But also that came along with the program, came along with this and the fear. The least amount of cost. Yeah, the least amount of cost. You gonna take that? I'm asking you a question. Can the president make a law?
The words of that Capitol, that was a front to anybody that's in here that ever said, I'm American.
For years, hundreds of years, white people always felt that it's not theirs and they can take it.
Shop Talk right here at 9812 Piscataway Road. We down here at Just Right Barber Lounge. Got the whole gang in the building tonight. And we're talking about, man, we just gonna sit around, lounge, and just talk about just everything. We got myths and truth and all of that stuff, man, going on tonight. So we gonna sit up there and get ready to dive into this thing right here, man, real heavy. And where you going, Jim? We gonna you kind of kicked it off. Anyway, Jimbo kind of kicked it off in our like virtual production meeting. So we got a whole lot of we got a whole big list of myths, truths. Then we got some other stuff that we're gonna talk about. I'm talking about this. Wow, I gotta wait for the kids to say stuff they want to talk about.
Funny in this
Yeah, it's gonna be real review. I'm looking at this right now. It's gonna be real deep. As soon as Uncle Jim get to his chair, we're gonna go ahead and let him open up because this has been a thing that's been on his mind for the long. Uncle Jim, myths and truths. I think that's what it is. Myths, truths, and facts. Open it up for us. Give us a little background.
It's only a fact if we can prove it.
Say it again.
It's only a fact if we can prove it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a myth.
Okay.
Yeah, myth, facts, and truth. Well, yeah, some myths out here, you know, like you got myths that if you get the vaccine, you get a tracking system put in your body. You know, people believe that. I don't know what the ratio of people that believe such a thing. You know, you got myths of. I used to think that all Asians knew karate. You know,
That's stereotype.
That's no fucking myth. That's a stereotype.
That's what you want.
That's like saying all black people like watermelon.
But people do think that.
I mean,
there's people who walk around here.
I ain't gonna lie, I did.
It's okay.
I did too.
Everybody I like a good piece of fried chicken too.
Yeah, so you know, you got myths of, you know, is squirting pee or not? No, so
there is a smaller ratio of urine.
There's definitely urine in it.
Yeah, there's urine in it.
But people don't know.
Juice.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Is squirting pee? Or
I definitely oh, we got Crystal laughing already. God damn it. I definitely think there's some form of there's urine involved in it. Is it all urine? No, I don't. No.
It's not only
urine. As you read and you know you learn more about the female anatomy and the female body, you know that there is trace amounts of urine in it. But you know, I guess for me is the truth of the myth. Can all women do it? That would be my question.
That may be more of a.
I just want to know.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
All women.
Every woman can.
Every woman can?
That's what I.
Yes.
So let me give y'all some background. I just looked it
that's
up.
a whole nother topic. We get into it, but the answer is yes.
I just looked it up, and it says that squirting is essentially the involuntary emission of urine during sexual activity.
Well, I'm sure if you keep looking up definition, because I've been studying it for a while. It's a bunch of different. I've seen professional therapists, women, with some twin ladies. One is a doctor and the other one is a sex therapist, and they said because it come out the pee hole, that it has urine in it. There ain't too many holes that can come out.
There is when a woman squirts, there is urine in it.
Yeah,
it's not 100% urine, but there is urine in it.
So these freaked out ass porn niggas just.
Getting peed on.
You're getting peed on. So are you.
Well,
no, I wouldn't say that. We just said that it's partial. Saying it ain't all the way. And this is not even a large percentage. Just become that way, you know. So it's going to naturally bring some along with it.
Hey, Ted. What it get off from right there? All right. What it taste like, Juice? Let me ask you.
Whoa. I thought we were talking about myths, facts, and truths. How we going with the hell?
I ain't with the myth facts.
I'm just curious.
I'm on to the real question.
What's the real question, Juice?
Well, we can't always.
You right, go ahead. We on myth, fact, or truth. What we
I mean,
talking
that
about?
could be a fact or truth.
What's the real question then? Why we gonna bullshit if you got the real question? Bring the real question in.
What's the real
They didn't want to come with this bullshit. Let's bring the real question.
Here's one of the other ones.
Go ahead.
Here's one of the other questions. So we just gonna. I tell you what, since myths, facts, and truths, and all of that stuff, we can answer how we want. Here's one question we want to discuss right here.
So can I pause 1 second? So can we determine whether by consensus whether it's a myth, a fact, or a truth? Just overall consensus.
I think ideally it's gonna be everybody's. It's gonna be everybody's preference. What everybody feels. Like for instance, some people feel
We had
that
47
squirt
people last week.
is squirt
We had
is
100 something the week before.
urine. Some people.
Let's just go ahead. My fault.
Y'all got it.
I was whispering. I just happened to hear him.
Okay, what I missed?
Yeah, we.
He counting numbers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Phones and so.
Keep going. It's no biggie.
Okay, so where we at?
I don't think it was.
What-
I think it was.
I mean, it don't matter. We still stay pros, man. You know, we still stay pros and we post it out. But here's the question for the night. I'm gonna just dump in the questions for the night. Does the pussy stretch
Yes.
the more that it gets hit?
Yes.
The more sex that a woman has, does the pussy stretch?
Yes.
Because now you know they say that women got the snatch back after they have kids. It's snatched back to where it was. Is that truth or is that a myth?
That's not a myth. It's science to it.
Qualify.
It's a whole science to it. The pussy is a muscular gland that stretches. It stretches. That's
Okay.
how the baby comes out. It stretches. That's how you get your dick in it. When it's done, it goes back to not to its original form. However, if you take proper care of your vagina, if you soak it, bathe, and do the proper things you need to, it will close back up tighter. But women ain't out here taking care of their pussy. Bitches just fucking and sleeping.
How should they take care of it, Tom? I mean, you playing since you playing fucking
So my question,
since you
'cause
playing
I've
sex
heard-
therapist.
I've heard, on top of that, I've heard that women, if they breastfeed or do certain things, that also helps as far as them tighten it up and stuff like that. Ms. Gallimore said Kegels, which
Kegels do help. If you don't know what a Kegel is, they're weighted balls that you put into your vagina. You have to squeeze the actual, because the vagina is a muscle.
Yeah.
You have to squeeze it, hold the Kegels in there, for strength the muscle. That's how you guys don't blowing golf balls and all the shit out their vagina because they strengthen their pussy muscle.
So do fellas, do we all think that after a female have like 1 or 2 babies, when we hop back up in the pussy that we really knocking it out the park?
No. You ain't doing
First of all, we was never knocking
You
out
was
the
never
park.
knocking out the park.
Prior to.
Okay. So everything, all that was bluffing it.
Yeah.
It's
Hey, hold on. What? The feel good part or the knocking out the park?
knocking it out the park.
That's your thing. That ain't. Did she say that you're not out the park?
No, I'm asking a general question. I didn't say it was me.
Well, I know
I'm
what
saying-
you replied is that faking. Like, what made you say that? What made that the
So
alternative?
first of
what
all,
I'm saying is so.
well, let's back up. Do you all even know how deep the vaginal canal is?
Pretty deep.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. 4 inches. It don't take but 2 inches to get pleasure. It's 4 inches deep. Anything after that, you up in the guts.
So that's why I say it's just about motion.
Four.
It's about the
No,
motion.
I think it's a little deeper
You
than
can
that.
think what you want. Science is science. The vaginal canal, some women some may go a little deeper, but it ain't no more than 5 to 6 inches. And that's a big body. That's a big body bands there.
4 to 6.
That's a big body bands.
So the asshole comes as well.
There is a.
Yes, it's a science that
There is a.
you can
You can come. Yeah.
5.8.
Huh?
5.8.
4 to 6 inches.
You said 4 fucking inches. Nigga.
It don't take but 2 inches. It don't take but 2 inches to get pleasure.
So here it is. So the question would be, let me rephrase the question because I know we got word person back in town from down south now. So ideally, women are faking.
What are they faking?
Let me finish the question, nigga. So ideally, are women faking when they say, "Oh my God, it's too big. Stop, take it out. I can't take it." Are they faking?
Well,
Because remember, they pushing out a damn 8-pound baby.
You ever heard a woman?
I'm just asking.
I'm saying, do you hear how loud they scream when they pushing that baby out?
Absolutely.
Huh?
I've heard her
So
scream, and then I've heard some women not scream. It just pop out.
Let's do some basic math here, right? If we say it goes the deepest 5.8 inches, and let's say a nigga got 8 inches, so he got almost 2.5 inches that's unaccounted for that's up in there.
Okay.
That shit hit the shit that it ain't supposed to hit.
I get it. So I'm saying after the baby, whatever noise that she was making or whatever feeling she was feeling and all of that
See,
stuff.
the baby don't control the depth though. The baby controls the width.
It comes out of that depth though.
But plus the baby is coming
out of
out.
that.
But the depth never changes.
The baby coming out, not going in. And the baby can't come out till the mother dilate.
Yeah, she has to dilate.
That's what I'm about to say.
I get it. That vaginal thing still expanding.
But it's
That's
through
still
dilation that the woman vaginal canal expands.
Everybody not built the same too. I mean,
everybody not built the same.
Some
had
C-section
C-sections too, so they ain't go through that.
Say
Some
that
had
again.
C-sections, so they ain't go through that.
But is a woman screaming because you hurting her, or is she screaming because you hitting that spot and she has a pleasurable moment?
Never know. Sometimes you can know. Sometimes they tell you. Sometimes they won't.
You should ask the question.
Should ask why you doing.
Should ask why you doing.
That's what I say. Don't let them get away with murder. Gotta ask. Gotta talk.
Yeah, I ain't really doing that. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Oh my God, right there. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But it's supposed to be
That nigga he's selfish, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's selfish as shit, man.
He is very selfish.
I'm not selfish. I'm not selfish at all.
So then, let me. I think we're gonna dive in on this question a tad bit. Let me ask. This is real talk, and I think we're gonna need maybe a couple of ladies, maybe Miss Moore, you, I know Miss Gallimore, I know you in here, Miss Thornton. Can sex ruin a friendship?
Yes.
Let me listen to, because we're word people. Can sex ruin a friendship?
Yes.
Can't qualify.
I personally disagree, but go ahead.
I'm gonna let him give his disagreement first.
No, I'm just saying I don't think sex,
which is a physical act.
It's a physical act. I think maybe if we like to use the word emotions and stuff that come along with it. I don't think the actual act of sex ruins a friendship.
Oh my God.
It's almost like saying then, are we really friends? You took a physical act and you telling me, like, listen what I'm saying. I'm asking you the word. Does sex, or is there other things that
I can believe it. I can believe it can be a catalyst.
It can be a catalyst, but
we want to sit here and fake like sex ain't more than what it is. Sex ain't just a physical act. Sex is
soul tie. It's back to the soul tie.
Tell him, my brother. Go ahead, tell him. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it.
Hold up. Let's clean up. Let's
clean up. All I asked you is, all I asked is, can sex ruin a friendship? I didn't ask you about all the other shit you go.
Now we can't throw in there because it's a physical act, because a physical act could be somebody stealing from you. So that's a physical act. So we won't say that, but sex definitely is a physical act.
I didn't say it wasn't. I said we want to sit here and keep acting like,
like
it's just a physical act. It's more than just a physical act.
No, it's not.
What is it?
What is sex? What does sex mean?
To some people,
I just read about it today, and then
you just say to some people.
Some people think it's Jesus' name is Jehovah.
We ain't talking about Jesus.
I'm just talking about some people. We talking about some people.
Stop trying to mix apples with oranges.
We talking about some
now
people.
We talking about sex.
We talking about some people.
To some people, sex is more than just a physical tie. It's an emotional tie.
So is that so does that have to be agreed among both parties for it to be like I guess it's soul tie or whatever? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm asking the question.
Are you willing for other people to agree on your perspective?
I'm willing for people to agree or disagree. I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm asking. My thing is, listen. I've been told, and over years I've learned that I don't think you can be wrong with your opinion, because it's your opinion. It is how you view whatever it is that you're talking about or doing at that moment. So I don't think you can be really wrong about an opinion. I just want to know, like, when, you know what I'm saying, when you say, like, damn, I mean, you seen people like be in relationships. You know, I guess they friends first.
Yeah.
They be in relationships. They have sex. They can't be the same kind of friends, but can they still be friends? Yes, I feel like
That's not what you asked. You didn't ask they still be friends.
So I'm asking you, does it ruin a friendship?
It can, hold on. In my opinion,
Does it ruin all friendships? No, but has
I didn't ask that. All I asked you was
has sex.
Is it the?
So we playing words of friends? Y'all words of friends as
No. This ain't. Now listen, seriously.
Want to take the Scrabble board out or something?
I'm gonna say while Juice looking up what he looking up. Does sex ruin a friendship? I'm gonna say. Let me give you that. Let me give you mine.
The question isn't even worded properly. The question should be: can sex ruin a friendship?
I just asked you that. That's what I asked you. I said,
yes, it can.
Can sex
if you say
ruin a
can,
friendship?
if you add can, yes.
It can.
It depends on the individuals.
Yes.
The understanding y'all got is the understanding y'all got.
I think he's supposed to say, can you blame sex for ruining a relationship?
Once again,
I would say that.
You can blame sex as the catalyst.
Here we go.
It could be an open the door.
That's how it got to be.
This tricky.
When we talk about blame and hurt and all that, you gotta get it down
That's my
to the
thing.
core.
Sex is an emotional experience.
So is it the sex that ruined the friendship or the emotions?
Wait.
Okay, no, stop. Pause. Stop.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm asking the simple
Don't do it.
How is?
Don't do it.
Don't do what? Don't do what?
Don't do it.
Oh, this real sharp.
Fuck it, don't hold them back.
So you telling me if I go fuck a homeless woman right now outside this door, my soul tie's connected. That's one. I know you're gonna say that, right?
Go ahead.
I'm sleeping with her emotionally.
Finish what you gonna say.
I'm asking.
Hold on.
No, I'm talking to the doctor. Hold on. We got the doctor here.
You just something that said you see what's that? But it's two people in that scenario.
Oh my gosh.
You ready?
Let me talk about.
Go ahead, tell him, Tony.
Let me hear this.
Tell him,
Let me hear this doc bullshit.
Tell him, Tony.
Go ahead.
You went to a particular bar.
No, fuck that. I'm fucking this.
Ain't listen.
No, fuck that. I'm going outside to fuck this homeless woman.
You finished? Or you gonna let me go? Right?
Don't.
You ready to let me go?
Yeah.
You went to this particular bar. You met this young lady. Right? At first, y'all was just cool. It was cooking. She wasn't giving you too much pushback. You put the Yaming up in her. Now she hitting your line. Where you at? Why you ain't answer my phone? Why you ain't call back? Before that, you ain't get all that. Wanna know why? Because now she's emotionally invested because you done put this dick up in her.
What if she don't call? What if she like a lot of women? What if she just wanted the action from? Let's add to your story. She in town.
First of all, we didn't say that it was. See, this is how y'all play words. We didn't say that it was for all cases. He said can.
Yeah.
Can.
Exactly.
He did not say for all.
You just gave a scenario to something that I just gave a scenario to, but yours was different from mine.
So the answer is you can bust a jump and y'all can go on your business and not feel like. And on the flip side,
I'm trying to argue, say it can't happen. We're saying it's 50-50.
I go fuck this homeless woman. She's happy that she got some dick.
Hey, young. Hey, she's happy.
No emotions, no nothing.
Hold on. You're saying no emotion, but to her, it can be emotional. Because I'm gonna tell you
right.
Hold on.
Put her emotions into sex.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you why. Because remember, she homeless. She homeless, so she ain't getting nothing. So for you to sit there and take the time,
oh my God.
So you don't know how people are gonna react.
So why you respond? So why you giving an answer for her? Why you answering for her?
I'm just answering your scenario.
You can't answer that.
I'm just telling
the homeless woman got to answer.
It's 50-50. It can happen.
I just think reaction is that's beyond sex. Man.
So
we ain't talking about sex no more. When it's over, it's over. What you feel is emotion.
It's over.
It ain't sex. Sex is what it is. Do this money the root of all evil? I got over to greed.
It's over to you. Selfish ass. It's over.
No, what was your question?
Hold on. Is money the root of all evil? Or is it greed? And what is that? With emotion. Not the money.
First of all, love is not an emotion. Love is a fucking act. Let's stop right there.
So hold on.
Is an act.
So you telling me sex is a damn emotion and love is an act? Is that what you're saying?
So So now I'm ready. You ready?
I'm listening.
Tell me how the laws of cause and effect work.
There's a reaction in the what they call it.
For every action,
every action is a what?
Reaction.
For every action is a what?
Reaction.
So the act of sex, what's the
Every
reaction?
cause is in effect.
It's the same law.
You right.
It's the same fucking law.
So what you telling me
you
is,
just said-
so what you telling me is, every time you have sex, because I'm just trying to get this.
Come on, let's play
Right.
Birds of Friends.
No, we're not playing words. So
Right.
I don't think. So let me ask you. So let me make a statement first. I'm sorry. So could it be other things involved that kind of?
Okay,
Absolutely,
Dion.
yes.
So that's what I think. I think
So we can't say
when we add other things to sex, to me that's what.
Clarify.
Well, Well, I guess some people may think like, oh, now we're closer now. No, like we're still the same friends.
I mean, the sex make you think.
The sex
present the notion that you trust me on a different level now because you've given me a part of your body.
Depends on how you view sex. To me, that's seriously, because that's how you. To me, it's the difference in how people view love. It's the difference in how people
I didn't
view.
know the word love in there.
But I am. I'm just saying. But it's the difference how everyone views everything. It's the difference in how people view communication. Now, if like,
why are we trying to get us a cookie cutter approach? If there's no cookie cutter answer.
Some women
why are we
use
trying to give
sex.
a cookie cutter answer? There's no cookie
If
cutter
I have
answer.
sex with you, I'm your boyfriend, girlfriend.
Like
that's one case. Then there could be another case. Then there could be another case. So the answer to your question
does it? I don't think
you can't say
sex
100%. You can't say 100%. No,
Can
you can't say the answer cannot be 100% yes.
I think the best answer we got from DI is yes. Yes, you can have sex with a friend and remain friends as long as both people know what it is.
It always stops
If
that
it's-
way.
if
though.
it's-
Start that way.
See, this is my
understood,
thing.
it's understood.
Friends and sex is two different things. Y'all trying to make the definition change by different people. Like animals have sex. Dogs, cats, they all have sex. Am I wrong? Or is it called something else?
Nope.
Just correct me. I'm willing to be corrected.
You're right.
When you say we're friends, that's don't have nothing to do with sex. That's a separate thing. And y'all trying to make it all together.
It's not separate though.
It is. That's why I keep saying it's homeless lady.
It's right in your
Man,
friend. Let me ask you a question.
You ain't sexing him.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question. Because y'all try to take components out
No,
of shit.
you.
If you take pizza dough,
I'm
right?
trying to do
No,
Joe.
if you take pizza dough and you put it in the oven, don't put the sauce and cheese on it. Is it a pizza or is it just a pizza dough?
It's pizza dough.
So it's not pizza, right?
Right. It's
It's
cooked pizza dough.
a flat. It's a flat.
Pizza flat bread.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
I
make
know-
it keep it general. Yeah, that's
Y'all
right.
try- y'all
And when
trying
you
to-
add other shit to it,
Y'all trying to take the definition away. Like,
we not.
it's
No, you're adding.
See,
What you did was put the sauce on it.
So what you're trying to do is add words in to change the definition of friendship. You was about to say
I'm not
there's
trying
an
to change.
emotion.
No, I'm not trying to change
Now,
that.
change the
I'm not
definition.
challenging the definition of friendship. What I'm saying is that certain acts, whether it be sex, whether it be disloyalty, whether it be lying,
Yeah.
trigger other emotions.
Yes.
Trigger. Okay.
But it's not sex that's doing it.
That's all I'm saying. I disagree with the
Sex,
triggers. I'm talking about is it?
So, okay.
Sex
If
ain't.
you lie to the bitch and she leave you, what
That's
is
not sex.
That's an
Come
act.
on, bro.
That's emotion.
Why did she leave you?
It ain't got nothing to do
Feelings
with sex.
hurt.
Oh, answer this question.
It
Why
has
did
nothing
she
to
leave?
do with sex.
Why-
Because I lied.
You
Because
said
I
that.
lied.
You said it.
Because I
You
lied.
just told us that.
What did the lie?
So did it
what
not
did the
trigger
lie?
you?
Hold on, no, stop. What did the lie do?
What is makeup sex?
What did the
Nah, answer this question, man.
What is makeup
I
sex?
do.
What did the lie do?
Talking about in your scenario, right?
Arouse her emotion.
It triggered an emotion.
Trigger.
A lie. Word.
It's,
Word.
I don't give a fuck. It still
Word.
triggered an emotion.
It's not physical. Word.
So,
It's a word.
next example. You put the good dick in her.
Oh my gosh.
What did it just do?
Made it
Possibly.
feel
What if I put bad dick in her?
good. Made it feel good.
It's still a
Why, hold
connection.
on, why you change it? Why you don't answer the question?
Why would they say bad dick?
What's good dick and bad dick? Cause I thought the pussy hole wasn't nothing but
2 inch and shit like that.
Wasn't nothing
Yeah,
but 4 6 inches.
It only takes 2 inches.
It only takes 2 inches.
So
So what's
it's-
that?
So you said what's good to nigga
What's
bad?
good, bad?
That's based on the
Hold
interpretation.
on, I'm gonna come back to that in a second because again we got words of friends.
Oh, so they no general answer then,
But
right?
nigga, you said good and bad dick, nigga. So what the hell is good dick and what's bad
You
dick?
said so.
Qualify your
I ain't never
statement.
had dick, so I can't tell you what's good.
Then why you say if you put the good dick in it and then you put the bad dick?
You know,
Apparently you know
you
something.
know when you giving out good dick and when you giving out bad dick. You know when you just went there was like, man, I'm just trying to bust it on
I
and get on the body.
I agree with that. Your performance ain't good.
So the performance, there we go.
Yeah, because she might don't take much for her. You be like, man, that's it. That's all I got to
That's
do.
all I got. Enough to get back.
Back to you. The act of sex triggered the emotion. It's triggered it. You need something
All right,
to
so
trigger
maybe
the
we
emotion.
say yes.
Maybe we
Say
comment
yes.
on two different things. Maybe we comment on because there's a lot of acts that trigger things.
Yes, there
And
are.
let's get ready to bring this. Go back to that. I got another one for us. Let's get ready to bring this one home. I got another one. I think take.
Are we gonna bring it home first and then?
No, we're not landing the plane.
I mean, no, it's about bring this one home.
Yeah, bring this one home. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You got the last.
Uh-oh.
You got the last.
Okay, Doc. Thank you, baby. I was wondering when you was coming in, Doc. Doc, I was wondering when you was coming in. Doc, you was about to leave me hanging, Doc.
Not necessarily what?
Not necessarily. Sex does not ruin friendships.
No one said that it was 100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
You said it can.
But what's the
And the answer
percentage?
is,
What's the percentage?
What kind of percentage?
Huh? Is it 50-50?
Man, you gotta go do the research. I don't know.
Let's do the research.
Go do the research.
70-30.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, but 70-30 is still a percentage.
So what?
It's not 100% guaranteed.
75.
So guess what? When you ask the
the
question, can sex ruin friendships, and you go do a quantitative study, if one person says, yes, sex has ruined my friendship,
So I don't think.
the answer to your question becomes
I don't think.
yes.
I don't think.
Did a professional going to agree to that? Like,
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yes, I don't. So listen. Here's my thing.
Then we was never
listen,
friends.
This is what I'm saying.
What's the value of a
Listen,
friendship?
I don't think sex itself, or I think it's the other things you try to involve with sex. So that's my thing. I don't think so. Listen, I'm very particular with the word. Does intercourse ruin a friendship? I don't think sexual intercourse does. It is all the other stuff that you add with. Like there are people who view they view the value of sex. Some people view sex differently.
I agree with you.
You know what?
I agree with
So
you.
I don't think. So the only thing I'm saying is this.
I'm
What I'm saying
It's
is
not true in every. I agree with you that it's not true in every case.
All right, cool.
I agree
I'm gonna
with
bring
you.
this on.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna add to Juice what he just said. I just feel like the ones who you're wrong. If you say that, you just wrong. You're wrong at looking at sex as this value to make your friendship better. You're wrong. Because we had sex, we enjoyed it, we liked it. After that, it becomes something else. Ain't sex no more.
Real quick, because females are emotional, it will change.
Don't say
the
females.
dynamic
Niggas
of the
emotional too.
friendship.
Hey, don't disagree. When you add the word emotional, which is a category that they are in, yes, that's another thing. Sex still sitting right here on the bed. Hold on. No,
That's your perspective.
No, it's a fact.
No, it's not.
No, it's not a fact. It's what's in your perspective. Your perspective
So, men
means
are
that they are wrong.
Okay, so let's share the conversation. You can't want me to. I'm not gonna overtalk
Yeah.
nobody
Today.
All I'm saying is, listen, because I'm not.
All right, today.
Because to me it's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Even think dudes are emotional as well.
Yes.
We're fucking emotional creatures. Shit, I can be emotional at times if I want to be. We're emotional creatures as well. Is it habit? No, we aren't as. I don't think we're as emotional as the female species is, because they're taught to care. They're taught they're taught all that other shit.
Whatever
get
they
it.
are.
It's not just women. So the only thing I'm asking is when I ask the word damn, does sex? I don't think the act of sex ruins it, because at that time you get yours, you good. I think it's when you try to add all the other stuff like after.
Yeah.
Post
expect.
sex.
Guess what? At the end of the day, that's your perspective.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's a matter of perspective.
There is no right or wrong.
It's a matter of perspective.
There is no right or wrong. You can't qualify it as a
Did you
fact.
look up what sex is? Did you look it up like you do everything else? Because I just think it is a right or wrong. Once you switch out the bed, once you leave the act of sex, it becomes.
Can you pay your man? Can you pay your man?
This is what it's
Hold on, only you ask it. You ain't even ask it.
Here go the definition for you. Here go what I found, y'all. Here go what I found. It says, while sex with a friend won't necessarily ruin your friendship, it will most likely change your dynamic in some way. The only way to know how exactly is to have an honest conversation with them about how you both feel. Basically, it comes down to the people. It comes down to you and whoever you hit, you and your friend. Who you hit?
Hey, can we talk about move on from this?
We ready to land. Anybody else want to close out? Cause we got one.
Yeah. I want to go around. Roddy, have you ever ruined any friendships due to sex?
No.
Juice.
I would say no, because I'm not gonna say that I ruined shit. Now, if you say that sex ruined it, I just feel I disagree. I disagree that the act of sex ruined it. I think when the emotions, when you try to take the emotions somewhere, then maybe I'm not sure if it's maybe where they shouldn't be. But the act of sex doesn't, because at the time that you have it, right? You enjoyed it, she enjoyed it, boom, bam, everybody got what they came for. It's when you start to add other stuff into it. Even us as men, it's when we start to add other stuff into it. Like, it would be one of the things where you say, damn, you just hit shorty, and tomorrow, you see her at the bar with a dude that took her out.
So
do you have the right? Do you have the right to be mad?
What is that? That don't have nothing to do with the question.
No, I'm just saying. It was just
me personally. I'm not mad.
I might send you a drink.
And him.
Rodney, what you got? What about you, Rodney? Has sex ruined any of your friendships?
No. No.
Nope.
And the reason why when I said that is because the fact of the matter is we're mature enough, and we went into the situation understanding what it is.
Okay, there you go, brother. Okay, so you did all that arguing, and you done came over to the light. So you was over there at the dark side.
I'm not saying they couldn't have it.
Yes, because at the point at which I started digging in the guts.
I'm not saying they couldn't have.
Okay.
At a point in time, hold on. So let me ask you a question. So the reason why I said it couldn't have, if the sex was bad, they could have came back and told me, like, God dang, your shit's some trash. And I don't even look at you the same.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You now I ain't got this because your sex ain't dead. Damn, I don't consider you a friend no more.
It wasn't even about the sex being bad.
That's what I'm saying.
It was just that other emotions and feelings were true.
Exactly.
That I didn't want.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give a perspective. Like for me, I had a situation where we had a conversation before, and it was understood what it was going to be. It was just going to be sex. She was clear, like all I wanted to get long time ago. We started having sex, and the relationship ended up changing. She caught feelings. I mean, I like hitting her. I mean, the sex was great, but I understood what it was, and I played my part. But I'm saying that for me, the dynamic changed. So I think I'm going to say that if you have sex with a friend, you're a female friend, y'all got good conversation, y'all talking and all of that stuff like that, and then you end up having sex, I think because of the closeness that you got, that you established, it's just as friends, I just think the dynamic personally is going to change. I ain't saying it's going to ruin the relationship, but I think the dynamics of the relationship are definitely going to change.
So you shouldn't do it.
It's good for you. And your man ain't
I'm
happy.
about that friendship.
Okay.
Depends on
So-
what that friendship means.
Right. Okay.
So we gonna go to this next one. So take put in the thread. Dating outside your race. So I'm gonna frame it like this. Do you feel dating outside of your race is better than dating inside your race?
Oh shit.
Well,
Is dating outside of your race better than dating inside of your race? Juice,
better.
since you want to ask,
I don't.
How do you hold on? Qualify the word.
Well,
better.
so
What do you mean by that?
that's what I'm saying. So here's my thing.
Oh.
I don't want to use race as the means for having a better relationship. To me, that's more the individual. If the individual just so happen to be
White,
Hispanic, white, Native American, African. I'm just not, you know what I'm saying, it could be Jamaican. Like you may have some people, oh man, all Jamaican women are this, and you know what I'm saying, this is who I try to date. I just think
First of all, Jamaican is not dating outside your race. It's not. We gotta be clear.
Okay, so you're right.
If you're African American,
I get it. So you're talking either dating European, Caucasian,
by white, Chinese,
my
whatever,
question-
outside of black, outside of black.
I just feel like at that point it's the experience with the individual outside of, because I mean what does it mean because you're dating, because like the myth or this bullshit people think like all white women are just submissive. They're not.
that's not true.
They're not. They think that all Hispanic women, you know, or the Hispanic, they're submissive. They're not.
First of all, whoever said Hispanic woman was submissive, lost his motherfucking mind.
I'm not. We
whoever think that they. Particularly a Caucasian woman, because she could never understand what it means for what my plight is to be a black man.
Okay.
Never understand that. She could never understand what it means for me to be racially profiled. She could never understand what it means for me to go to work. Have to deal.
Would she make you happy? Would she make you happy?
What is happening? First of all,
First of all, what is happening?
First of all, let me ask you a question. No, she couldn't make me happy because the day that I had to go to work and deal with some bullshit at work, she couldn't empathize or sympathize with me because she doesn't understand what it means to be black. So for me to go home, for me to go and say I got slighted for my race, she can't relate to that because she's never been slighted for her race.
This goes back to the North Carolina head coach now, right? And black, this black dude.
No, I never.
Which one?
I'm talking about. No, you talking about UNC? Yes, he loves his wife, and I'm not telling you that you should not.
Wrong?
No, I'm not saying that he's wrong. I said I started out by saying for me. I'm speaking for me.
Yeah.
Well, I think that even though you said you're speaking for you, when you speak in the future to something that didn't happen, then you kind of like you jump.
What you mean something that didn't happen?
Because you said if you married this Spanish woman or whatever.
I said white. I was very particular.
I say white. When you said you went to work and you went through something, you said when you come home, you start telling us what she cannot do.
She can't.
Now, you use the word sympathize?
Sympathize. She can't empathize because she's never been through it.
So to
she can only
empathize means
sympathize.
what? If she your wife and she love you, she can't.
Love ain't got nothing to do with empathy. Empathy means you experience exactly what I experienced.
So let me get this straight. For somebody to love you and be there for you and support you, fuck the race, she had to go through what you go through? Because let's take race out of it. Let's say she didn't even grow up like you grew up. Let's say she black and she didn't grow up how you grew up. How is she gonna relate?
She can't. And that's
so that means she can't love you. You can't love her.
So here's my. So then I'm gonna play devil's advocate just for a second. I get it. She can't empathize because she's not African American or she's not black.
But she could have went through worse shit than you though.
But so she can go through the same thing by being married to you. She can be getting it from the opposite end, meaning I can't believe you married this
nigga lover.
Right. This woo woo woo.
And she's still never been oppressed. I don't give a fuck what
Well,
they
see,
say.
now
She's
we
still
ain't-
never been
we're-
oppressed. There's nothing you can say to me or situation say that she's never felt what.
So let me say this. No. One thing, and then you can spit it in. It's some black people right now that ain't never been oppressed. When you use the word oppressed, like there's some people.
That's not true. It's not true.
And some of our own people never experienced any kind of hard anything.
I didn't say hard. There's a difference from experiencing hardship and being oppressed are two different things.
And experiencing something is different too than knowing about it.
Man,
You ain't experienced.
But let me add to what you said.
There's some people that ain't experienced it, Tony. There's some great silver spoon jokers out here.
You said the same thing I was going to ask him.
That's why they experienced it. He's saying that there's some people out here that didn't experience it.
Didn't experience what? Hardship? I agree.
Or whatever you
Oppression
said.
and hardship. are two
Oppression.
different- all black people experience oppression.
What does experience mean to you then? Maybe that's what we separate.
The fact that you get profiled for being black is oppression.
I said experience, not that you do it, because you have to. What you told me, it ain't a fact till you know.
So, the exercise of authority or power in a burdensome, cruel, or unjust manner, an act or instance of oppressing or subjecting to cruel or unjust impositions or restraints, the state of being oppressed.
Okay, let me break it down.
The feeling of being heavily burdened mentally or physically by troubles, adverse conditions, anxiety, etc.
All of you got though. So now let me tell you how all black people are oppressed. Do you know how companies? Do you know the formula? How companies screen applications? Do y'all know? No, answer the question.
I'm gonna say no.
Yes.
Because I never talked to them.
They can stop at your fucking name.
No, it starts with the first number. It starts with the first three numbers of your social security.
That's a way. I'm saying that's a way.
That's oppression.
I'm not arguing with you.
But
You said you had and I'm agreeing with you.
There are algorithms that if you have a certain name, a certain ending to your name, like Keisha, Ante, that your application immediately gets pushed out the portal, and you'll never know.
How many African Americans play basketball?
I don't know the number.
You think they experience it?
They experience oppression every day.
Yeah. Experiences. Yeah, I'm just with the word. That's all.
That's what I said.
Because you already asked us the question.
So my question is, does everybody experience oppression? White, black, Chinese? Everybody. Does everybody
women? Women been going through it too.
Women as well. Women. Remember, we got a whole National Women's Month.
Women,
because they don't get shit. Remember that?
That's true. I mean, they get
so everybody gets oppressed in some shape, form, or
Not
fashion.
everybody. Not everybody.
Okay, who doesn't get oppressed?
That's what I don't
Who
like.
doesn't get oppressed?
Who told you that?
The minorities don't get oppressed.
The minorities?
The majority. The majority. My bad.
You mean the top 1%? I'll agree with you. The top 1%.
Can you tell me what oppression mean again?
Who don't get oppressed then, Tony?
You just said
that at the end of the day, a trailer park trash ass white can come in here, and y'all can apply for the same job. Just based off your name and his name, he may get pushed to the next phase unqualified. Just based off your name,
I would not disagree.
And the first three letters of your
I do not disagree.
I don't disagree with the cane.
That's oppression.
Oppression is what it is, not if it
But then you
can.
got
It's a lot of cane.
That's what happens every fucking day.
I didn't know that. You see, if you say it, see, this is what I mean. When you generalize it,
I'm not. It's not a
if
generalization.
a nigga come in here, knock on the owner of the shop. Here goes where it's not a fact.
It is a fact. It happens every day.
Like you gave me an example, I'm gonna give you an example. Where it's not general, like you play, like you saying it. If a black,
First of all, you can't use yourself because you're not a majority. So you can't oppress another black man.
I thought you just said, all right. So maybe I ain't catching.
You can't oppress another black person. You're not the majority race. You can't.
No. You said okay. You talking about if a white person would hire trailer park person.
What I'm saying, if they and that person go apply
for what job?
At a corporation.
Okay, a corporation. All right.
They have algorithms that screen applications, and based off your social security number, your last name, certain endings in your first name, they'll automatically, I'm gonna take it a step further, the college you went to, that automatically pushes your application out of the portal.
Or whether or not you went to college.
Okay, bro.
I mean,
And I'm with the can.
go research it. It's not a can. It happens every day. It's not a can. It's happening.
There you go. Can means
That is correct.
First
It
of
is
all,
happening.
hold on. When I say can, that's what I mean. Like,
Can
it
means
ain't
it's-
everybody.
Can means it's a possibility.
Okay, I'm with that.
It's not a possibility. Knox, it's happening.
No. Possibility mean when you say it, are you saying everybody?
Huh?
Are you saying it happens to every black person that when they apply for a job?
No. Can means it means.
Can means a possibility.
Can
Possibility mean it ain't fact. Cause only what mean real.
No, fact means that it's happening. Fact means that you can prove
No,
it.
we not disagreeing that it's not happening.
Fact means that you can prove that it's happening.
It is
can
happening,
be
but it's
proved
not
that-
happening to everyone.
It's not happening
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
not happening to everyone.
So it ain't even worth-
Right, I get it. That's basically.
I don't
what
think
you're saying.
I don't think no one would disagree that it can happen. Or it is happening.
It is happening.
Yeah, it is happening. But it ain't a sure thing. It ain't every time. And you don't, and my point is, you don't know. You asked us. Did you know? Did you know? And then my point, we led to that from, you said everybody being oppressed. And I said, is it a fact? How we know? How do you know? You don't know.
No, doesn't mean it's not happening.
But just because, if you don't know it's happening, you don't know when it happened. Don't mean,
I know it's happening.
do you know one black person could go through their whole life and never have to deal with that? Will you believe that?
You that never apply for a job, they don't know how to do it.
See, I ain't saying that. I'm using your
So
scenario.
my question for Tony.
See, that
Tony, get top 3 things that you've been impressed by.
Did you know
The top 3
for a
things
fact
that
that
you
you
have been
said
impressed.
the word
that you have
fact?
been oppressed by.
Racial profiling, jobs,
You're a coach, right?
huh?
You're a coach.
Let's be clear. I want to do that too.
You're an assistant president.
Because of who I know, not what I know.
But you still was black.
And because it was because of who I knew, not what I know. It wasn't because I went there and applied for an application and he looked at my resume and said, "Oh, I think he's a great candidate." No.
One fact is you still black.
Huh?
You still was black.
I was hired by a black person.
You did extra
Wait,
space.
what
White
was
people
the,
extra space.
no, let him give us number 3.
Right,
What's the third?
Those are probably the top 2.
So racial profiling, how did that happen? What happened with racial profiling?
I got a couple instances there. One was coming home from work from the W one night. About 2 in the morning. That's when I had the white Cadillac. Park police pulled me over. First question he asked me was, "What you doing driving this car? Why you downtown this time of night?"
White police, black?
He was white. They were both white.
Both white. Okay.
Having a kid in Southeast. Had a little Tony in the car. Tony was probably about 8 months. Pulled me over. Rolled my windows down. They had a gun to my son's face. Oh, your car fits the description of a robbery. You got a gun in a fucking 8-month-old
My
face.
God.
Because your
That
car
is-
fits the description of a robbery? Why? Because I drive a
That
Cadillac?
is so taboo.
What do you mean, Rob?
Because I had the same shit happen to me twice.
Fuck.
I had the same, it was to the point that my father cussed me out because I didn't even let him know that I got racially profiled, but I done had it happen to me twice. Well, the first thing that they say is, "Oh, you fit the description of a robber." They pull you out your car.
When I brought my Audi,
Yeah.
I got followed home by this cop for fucking 4 days straight. It wasn't until the 5th day that he followed me home, he saw me taking my trash can out to the curb, that he stopped following me.
Man, I gotta say, man, thank the Lord I've been fortunate because I can't even think of a time as a matter of fact, I had an incident with the police when I was young, and it was by a black police that was, treated, well, I mean, it was around Southeast, it was around Congress Heights, so that whole area was just,
Did it make it okay?
it was just what it was. Didn't make it okay, but I'm just saying, I haven't had an issue with a white police. I have never been followed home in any of my Benzes. I have never been pulled over, and I had 10 on all of them, never been. So I've just been fortunate. So when I ask the question of how have you been oppressed, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen with black folks and nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, if we go to the question dating outside your race, and you wouldn't date a white person because...
But that's just my preference though.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, for anybody to say I couldn't date a white person because they can't understand me as a black person, well, we can say the same thing. We don't understand some of the things white people go through. May not be as harsh as us,
I don't.
but we can't understand.
That's a real fact. I don't know what it's like to be a white man or woman. I don't.
Yeah, and then here's another one. You can date a black person. You can date a black person that's been raised high city, bougie, come from money and everything, and you don't know their circumstance. They look at you like, I mean, wow, what is that? I mean,
And I agree with you, which is why when I was dating.
But you'll fuck outside the race though.
I've never fucked a white person ever in my life.
You
Never.
Juice?
I've never fucked a white person in my life. That's just me.
That's a field trip you should go on, buddy.
I wonder how Chinese from moan.
That's a field trip you should take, buddy. Hey, long time ago, y'all. That was a long time ago.
Long.
That's interesting though. Hey, so let me
ask that.
No.
What's that?
How many people been in their life? In your life, have you been with a white woman?
Tay said she wanted to answer. Long time ago, when you first
Have I ever
started.
had sex outside my race?
Yeah. You know the question, nigga.
Yes. Now, one race that
I mean,
a long time ago, if I could experience, I would love to have sex with a Chinese person.
Not bad.
What the funny about that?
It's not bad.
ain't nothing, bro.
It's not bad.
What is it?
And I want her to talk that same shit to me now.
Not bad.
Yeah, nah, go ahead.
Come on. What?
Yeah.
Everything. Dogs.
We know you done.
Dogs.
I ain't the next person, yeah. I mean, I don't consider Puerto Ricans Dominican. I consider Puerto Ricans Dominicans black. They black. Well, that's yes. He yes. So who else?
Hold on. What's wrong?
I don't like when they do that. I don't like when males do that. I don't like when males do that. In one breath, I'm not saying that. Listen, have you ever dated outside of your African American? Have you ever had sex?
Hispanic, yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nobody asked you to clarify what it was. We asked you, have you ever had sex outside of your African American race?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
I'm trying to clarify. I don't really consider them. I don't consider them. But shit, everybody don't consider whoever the fuck they was.
Well, how about you, Jude?
I've had sex outside of my race.
Right.
Multiple races?
Veteran? Yeah, that's right. Rodney's an army nigga, so you know.
I'm a veteran.
Dang bang,
I'm a veteran.
Saigon, dang bang.
The Chinese?
You done been early.
Chinese?
I'm a veteran.
Rodney was in the military, man.
I'm
He was
a
in the military,
veteran.
Rodney.
How was that?
He was in the military, Tay.
I got people on this watching me. I'm a veteran.
Chinese, you watching?
He
served our country well.
All right, guys, so let me ask this. So on a little serious note, since we having a conversation, this is conversation. You know, we talk about everything. That's the title of the night. We talk about everything. We got some women on here, and you know, women may be curious. Women may have their answers, but I've always wondered why black men don't want to go to church. Why do black men? Why churches majority feel when you do go with majority female and not black men? Anybody comment?
I don't really have an answer for that. I don't know.
Juice,
I
what you
mean,
got?
I feel like I'm gonna just speak for self-wise first, and then I'm gonna speak for other individuals.
I don't like church.
Other individuals that I talk to. From the way church was, say when I was younger,
Right.
to the way I view church now, to me, there were some of the biggest hypocrites in church, and what made me very uncomfortable was when as a youngster, as a young adolescent, when I, you know, prior to me understanding that there isn't any perfect human, I thought the older people and you know, so forth, prior to my generation, I felt like they were perfect because they went to church and they praised God, and then they, you know, they tried to get you to do it, and they were always speaking about a better life, and then you find out later on, well, the husband has 3 other kids outside of, you know, they live in 2 other states, and then now you're finding out about kids.
He's still human.
So that was my thing is,
you know, I feel like today's church, one of the things that I need, that I would love for the older generation to do in order to get our young black men in the church is stop looking down on them for whatever mistakes that they have made or that they're making.
So to piggyback on him is a hypocrite. To answer the question, the reason why most black males, and just my opinion, is the hypocrite theory. A lot of people don't believe because you hear in the church one thing preached, but then you see out on the street everybody else doing God knows what. It's the hypocrite. Most black males is like, I'm not going in there and I'm not going to condone to hypocrisy. The fact of the matter is I grew up in church all my life. My dad was a Baptist pastor. It's not a point in time where it's days where I spent 12 to 17 hours in church. And the hypocrisy that I seen as far as people in church and what they do, what they say, and what they do on a church on a Sunday, or why they in the church compared to when they step outside the church. Most people say, man, I'm not dealing with that.
Right, let me stop you right there. That's what people go wrong first. Because the pastor is not preaching. People think the pastor or the people in church is preaching their word. They're not preaching their word, they're preaching the word of the gospel. That's the first misconception. Why I'm not favorable of today's church is because it's become commercialized. It's a business. It's a business. I don't need church to read my Bible. I don't need church to pray. I don't need church to fellowship. Right? But the structure, and I had a conversation with somebody before, I think COVID has shown us this, like the brick and mortar structure is a business.
So hold on, to pause you right there, this is why, and when I say I've been in church, I'm based off of all the time I've been in church, my father taught me a long time ago that if it's in the book, I don't need an emissary or a mediator to teach me the word. I can learn the word for myself. So therefore, having to go to a particular building, I don't need to go to a particular building to get understanding. I don't.
I think to answer your question, Dede, the church is supposed to be a place of healing.
Place of what?
Healing.
Okay.
And it just doesn't appeal to, I'm gonna take it first in the male, it just doesn't appeal to the male or does it appeal to today's youth and the life that they live.
So you go to church, so basically what you just said, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said church is a place of healing.
It should be.
Okay, it should be a place of healing. Okay. Because my next question was, is that the only place you can go for healing?
No, it's not.
I thought you'd get on your knees.
No. So that's what I'm saying. You don't. They say you should go to the Lord's house. You know what I'm saying? And give the same. You know, give time. They dedicated to, you know, I guess, you know, one day a week. You know, have no issues with. You know, I'm a believer. Mm-hmm. I'm a believer in God, but that doesn't mean that, you know, I have to be in church. I'm not an atheist. I understand that all this stuff got here somehow, and I believe that there's a higher power that, you know, at some point in time we all will serve. The church is just a building that you go to.
That's it.
We
can have church right here, right now.
It is literally a place that we can get together, meet, fellowship, congregate, and we can read from the Lord's from the Bible, and we can read scripture from the Bible, and that's church.
So I have a question.
Let me get Doc real quick. What you think, John?
I mean,
So that might not be your thing.
I'm gonna go back to your original question, topic. I think if I had to speak for myself, one of the issues I have with church is, first of all, it's about me. So I pray on my own and by myself, and I've seen results. I listen to people. If I had a little story, there was a young lady that I used to deal with, and she was trying to be an evangelist. I remember her struggling. She was about to get put out of her apartment. I said, as much as she was into that church, I said, well, why don't you go to them? And all that money, that big church. she said, I did call him, and he told me he's gonna get back with me. And, you know, and then working with Boys and Girls Club all these years, and how we was on those corners and getting money. You know, and the churches don't come to you. You gotta go to them. I ain't saying nothing wrong with that, but I just ain't with that. Like if it was me, like if I was a millionaire, I'm going to people. I'm going to the Boys Club. I'm going to help this kid out, that lady. That's just me. That's my nature. But I feel like the church, I feel like you should have some type of responsibility in your neighborhood when you gather in the flock. And I feel like they just preach to the choir. They don't really like venture out. And I'm sure they got programs. I'm not going to knock them and this and that, but I'm just not. And then the other part is, to me, is similar to what he just said earlier. The pastor is preaching in his words. He's reading the scripture, he's writing it down at home, and he's giving his interpretation of what it means to him. You know, and that's what I feel like the Bible is to be interpreted and to be memorized.
The biggest thing that bothers me with church is this whole, and this might spark an argument, this whole idea of tithes.
That was my question.
And if people really take the time to read the word, tithing isn't all about money.
It's 10% of the earning, they say, right?
You can tithe your time. You can tithe with your time.
Well, let me say this, Tony, on that real quick, and then I'm gonna slide in. When it comes to tithe, where it originally started with Abraham and Melchizedek. Abraham had a conquer. I'm paraphrasing. Abraham had conquered some land, I believe, got the spoils, and gave a portion of it, 10%, to Melchizedek. Then, if I'm not mistaken, I think Jacob came in behind. Then when you go to Malachi and it talks about tithing, it's specific. It's bring ye all the tithe into the storehouse so that there may be meat in my house. Now, that doesn't, because I've had the same question about tithing as well. I'm like, if Tony or anybody in the shop, any one of y'all, getting ready to get put out, God forbid, and I got the money that I'm getting ready to pay my tithe, and that money can help, I'm going to give it to you, Lord. I wanted to help him out. It was really, if you think about it, it was really all about helping and being there for people that didn't have. Let's everybody bring something together so that we have a storehouse, whether it's food, whether it's clothes, whether it's materials. Somebody need help with their bills, time. You can even put your time in it. So, you know, I think, and the tough part about it, to get into it as a believer, is that the church, man, from at least back in the day when I started to like nowadays, man, when people start getting into that prosperity preaching, it just completely just turned the whole church world upside down, and it just really started taking away from building a relationship versus religion. So, because this thing is based off of, real quick, hold on, Ron, real quick, this thing, when you become a believer and you give your life to Christ, it's about a relationship. Yes. There's a perfect scripture where Christ says, depart from me, you worker of iniquity, I never knew you. Key word, I never knew you. So you can be up in the church singing in the choir, be the biggest deacon, be the first one there, and don't have a relationship. And Christ is going to say, man, I never knew you. It's about relationship. And churches really turned that thing around, man, and talked about your season, your harvest, your breakthrough. 1999, 2000, your harvest, your season, your breakthrough. 2021, your breakthrough, your harvest.
So that's the part that bothers me the most. Yeah, is that the church is lying to people, because the Bible tells us that we're gonna go through struggle.
Absolutely.
And the Bible also tells us that some people breakthrough may not be until they get on the other side.
Absolutely.
But you out here telling people just keep on praying, keep on tithing. Your breakthrough, this is your year. Your house is coming. Your car.
But hold on, Tony. To pause that for a second. You're right, but the church was. We always talk about mental health. The church was the one place where people who couldn't afford to go get mental, to go address certain mental health.
Where you got addressed at? Huh? That's where they went to get it addressed.
Yeah, that's where they went to get it addressed at.
But
so,
now you got sister such and such looking
and
down
so,
at you.
And they've gotten away from that.
You got deacon such and such because he know your marriage in shambles. He fucking your wife.
Yeah.
You got sister such and such. No, church had to get them money to pay their rent last
Watch this,
week.
Tony. Do you really watch this?
I really think that churches would be packed to the brim if pastors were way transparent. Imagine a pastor gets up there, right? Because Rodney just said they got a bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah.
Pastor got up there and said, "Hey, listen, church, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I need y'all to keep praying for me. I was on my way to church. Somebody cut me off, and I cussed them out. Lord, I'm asking for forgiveness, but I cussed them out. Lord is still working." It goes back to the scripture and talk about sanctification. Yeah, your direction is heaven, but you might fall off. We'll talk about, we need to die daily.
So Dad, I don't know her name. My wife might be able to remind me. We was in church one day, and this female pastor, I'll never forget this lady. She said, "Y'all sitting around here faking like y'all wasn't happy when y'all was sinning." She said, "I was sinning happily. I was having fun, drinking, smoking, and fucking, having fun."
Hold on.
Yeah, go
The
right.
better to piggyback on that, From the Heart ministry, or the From the Heart, y'all seen the From the Heart. That's how Pastor Cherry started. Pastor Cherry broke down the person. He told him. He said, my wife saved me. I was saved because I was convicted. The original pastor of From the Heart ministry would tell you that I was a convict. He said, man, I was out there selling, I was slinging like a big dog, and I got locked up. But hey, the reason the church grew is because of his transparency. It is certain pastors that I respect. My grandfather, a guy called him grandfather, he used to be the chairman of the DC Pastors Association, Reverend Ernest T. Gibson. And I literally used to sit there as a boy and I watched different pastors go in there and talk scripture, talk God. And as soon as they walked out that door, they was trying to, I'm leaving, I'm going to go see Miss So-and-so. But while he going to see Miss So-and-so, he's sowing to see Miss So-and-so.
So Ronnie, let me ask you this question. And this don't apply for all churches. If the average dope boy, crackhead, homeless person walking to the church, walking the church doors as they were, would they be accepted, or would people be turning their nose up?
Oh, they gonna turn their nose up.
What I would tell you is it all depends on the church. And the reason why I say it all depends on the church. I've seen in smaller churches where they're just glad to have anybody walk in the door. They're willing to accept you as you are. But then I've seen mega churches who go out and preach prosperity and taking everybody in and doing things like that. They turn their nose in. But I've also seen mega churches that had outreach like a mother. So it all depends on the work of the people in the church.
It's not all encompassing that all churches are that way.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like the black business.
Yeah, exactly.
A few bad apples gonna make it bad for all of them.
Exactly.
Let me ask y'all this: Why is it wrong the way women come to church wearing the stuff that they wear now?
I ain't been in so long, so I don't know what.
It's just that when the last time you been to the club? Like literally, it's like women. Like it's tough when women go to church, and it's a guy or two in there that may be struggling with sex. That might be his vice. And women come in there. I'm talking about with the painted on dresses, with the A-line skirts, cleavage hanging out, the short skirts with the split, everything. I'm saying, man, like
so is that their fault, or is that just a weakness in him? Because like no matter what, he gonna see the same thing on the street. When he walk, he gonna see the same thing. If he walk into the mall, he gonna see the same thing. So I'm not willing to blame the woman for what she decided to wear.
I think it comes down
more
to
than I'm willing
standard,
to blame you for how you view her.
I think it comes down to a standard though, because
what's the standard?
I'm gonna give it to you. At your job, can women come there dressed like they're going to the club? I'm just asking questions.
You really want me to answer that question about my job?
Yes, I want you to answer that.
I want us to work it out.
Huh?
Yeah, are they gonna say something if your
you got your cleavage hanging out?
You got thongs.
Yeah,
they may say something if listen, here's what we know about the work world. I don't really want to involve the work world in the conversation, because if it makes someone else feel uncomfortable, if it makes someone else feel uncomfortable, they can send you home for something like that. That's how the work world is. But when you walk in the street, all you can do is turn your nose up at someone who feels uncomfortable with what you're saying. So what I'm saying is, in the work world, if someone's uncomfortable with what you have on, they can go say something, and damn, now the whole dynamics of what you wearing has changed. You may not view it as they view it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to tell anybody what they should wear to work and how you should feel. No, that's not my. How do I know what you have in your house? Maybe that's the only thing you had clean today. While people may think that's shallow-minded, maybe you don't have, the same things that everybody else has.
So let's forget the four walls of the church. Do you think that there's a standard when it comes to living for the Lord, or becoming a believer? Do you think that he has a standard? Because biblically, it does lay it out. It does lay certain things out. And of course, I'm saying, Lord got to meet everybody where they are. That's all you got. That's all you got. But hey, listen, hey, we want to help you if you need something, because we want you to, be able to come on to church, and it's the hospital. We're getting everybody, trying to get everybody with.
But then here would be my thing about the church, and I hope I don't offend anybody. But if you are a sinner in the things you wear, if you give your life over to the Lord, all you still have are the things that you wore prior to giving your life over. And until you're able to get more, I feel like you should be accepted. You should be accepted with what you have, because you're coming here to be healed. You're coming here for forgiveness and everything as well. So I don't like it when when they make it like, I guess, your struggle isn't real. Your struggle's real. If all you have is mini skirts, because that's all you used to wear, then until you're able to change your apparel, wear what you wear. But having you here is more important than not having you here.
I totally agree, and I don't have an issue with what people wear. What I'm saying is, the whole church setup, from the head and everything. And if they're going by, a biblical standard that they're teaching and everything like that, hey, young lady walk in, she got a mini skirt on, legs showing, thong might be showing, hey, they, letting her come on in. She continue to come. As the quote unquote storehouse we just talked about, where those tithes go, it's like, well, hey sister, hey, is this all you have to wear? And then you can sit down and have a conversation. You say, hey, listen, in this church, we got folks that's struggling
all day. The Bible says come as you come. Why does it matter?
Huh?
The Bible says come as you are. Why does it matter?
So what if a nigga come to church?
The Bible says come as you are.
Number one, the Bible doesn't say come as you are. That's what people say. You'll never find that in the scripture. That's what people have made that up. You can look it up. Trust me, you can look it up. There's a lot of things that people say it's not in the Bible. That's not in the Bible. Number two, I'm not trying to make this thing about dress whatsoever. What I'm addressing is the setup of the church, the biblical setup of the church. If we, like we said, if we give them tithes, we can help people with food, we can help people pay their rent. If the standard of the Bible is, hey, modest apparel. And I believe that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's the Timothy or Thessalonians. Modest apparel, adorn yourself with modest apparel. Can we come together as a church? Would it be an issue to come together as a church to help that person to wear to wear some modest apparel to church in the building?
So to answer your question, at one point that was the standard in the church. But as the church or as churches have evolved, they say that come as you are, and they are starting to accept people at different points or different perspectives or different ways in their life. So with that being said, if you know that young lady, all she has is street wear, but you want her in your building, you want her in there so you can minister and help her grow, then you would accept that. So, I mean, it's kind of a balancing act. Yeah, you have a standard, and you want her to meet your standard, but you also know that she can't meet that standard initially. So what you gonna do? You trying to help her get to that standard.
So it doesn't say those exact words, but it says as, all that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. So it doesn't matter how you come to him. It doesn't matter how he comes. It doesn't matter how you show up.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that you won't find come as you are in the Bible. That's all I said. But I don't disagree. Come and meet the Lord He's gonna meet you on common ground. He's gonna meet you where you are. But I'm just saying, as you continue to grow in anything, as you continue to grow, you just don't do certain things.
How do you know that they were taught though?
Say it again.
How do we know that they were taught what's appropriate and what's not appropriate?
Exactly.
So oftentimes
you talking about believers? You talking about believers?
So oftentimes we assume that people know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate.
Okay, well, from a biblical standpoint, if you say it from a biblical standpoint, it's in the Bible. It says it talks about modest apparel and adorning yourself in modest apparel.
You have to know what that is.
If you have to define what that is,
but but you missing what he's saying. He's saying you said it's in the Bible. Nobody disagreeing it's not in the Bible. It's just that, and I'm just using you as Taylor was saying. Taylor's never been taught the Bible.
You don't know that.
He will never know that.
We agreeing to disagree. I said the church
not
would be
necessarily.
there to teach. Would be there to teach and pull that person aside, right?
Then as you come into the
church.
But
yes, I agree. But until they are taught.
Yeah.
We said we agreeing. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They keep coming. But I'm saying if you see them keep coming and you notice them, like, hey, she just a miniskirt girl. Okay, all right, glad to see her. The next week, the next 3 weeks, that's a miniskirt girl. Let's get the deacon, the deaconess to go talk to her, ask her how she's how she's enjoying church. What brought her to church.
But understand something. That was I've seen, and just in my lifetime, the evolution of church. There are churches out there where that used to be the standard. Like if
you go to the curveball after this topic, good God.
That used to be the standard.
Jesus.
Hey.
Be his fast.
I mean, we can land it.
Well, I'm saying Jesus.
We can land it.
Nah. Go ahead.
We can land it.
Nah, go ahead. Let's go.
Go to curveball. Whoever got it, just throw.
Come on.
Curveball came from the
Come on, man, in reverse. Man.
Listen, he know your heart.
What?
That's what they say.
Come on, man.
Let me set it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Real Shop Talk, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see in the top subject title, let's talk about everything that's on our minds. We can kind of land some things out. That was my thought. Why black men don't go to church. Knox had, myths, truths, and all of that good stuff. Tay, dating outside of your race. So we've been talking about a lot of different things. So, as Mr. Tony says, and the camera's on him, as he always says.
Put the babies and kids to bed, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of the night. Put the babies and kids to bed. We got Freaky Tay over here. He came here today. He was hyped, so he got a curveball for us. If he can put his phone down, that might be the curveball.
Unless he got convicted by our church top.
I doubt it. Seriously, doubt that.
Tay, what you got, babe?
I'm not gonna necessarily say it's a curveball, but there's a few things that
just rubbing you the wrong way.
Yeah, I guess you could say
get the shit off your chest, like you tell me, man. Get it off your chest.
So ass talk like you like a third grade.
All right, so let me ask y'all this.
Right? Not like in the third grade though.
Have y'all ever been attracted to?
Attracted.
I'm just helping you. Cause I know we got watchers now. They lock and load. They lock and load. Their eyes on you.
Yeah, it's an attraction.
Have we ever been attracted?
Have you ever been attracted to another?
What?
Another
what?
Let's just say
Wait a minute.
teammates, coaches, lady.
Huh? Wait a minute.
Juice.
Have you ever been attracted to your man, girl, with this nigga?
It don't have to be your man. It could be Your head coach.
Oh man, I was like, what the
Wow!
fuck did you ask me?
I thought you was going.
I want to say what type of shit.
I was gonna go all the way left, but I'm not gonna go all the way left.
No, go. No, we in curveball time. Go all the way left.
That's what it's for.
And then we come
I
back.
asked that question first. Can I get answers?
Have I been attracted to like my coaches?
He's basically saying like a I'm gonna use the coach as a co-worker, a person of
A colleague?
Let's say
Hey,
colleague.
Slim.
A colleague spouse or they significant other or something?
Both.
Slim.
Yeah, they cracked it too.
Let me tell you,
You say what?
I would say, of course.
He said
Hold
yes
up.
and he cranked her.
Okay. I just
Damn, man. That nigga.
Juice.
He didn't say it was my man, it was his coworker. That was long.
Nigga, if you don't turn that amplifier up, Juice got that.
Long.
This nigga. Oh, you licking his lip.
Oh, this nigga.
That nigga done licked this lip like 3 times, bro.
Cause I don't recall myself ever being
He trying not to crack.
attracted to a colleague's.
Was she attracted to you?
Well, see, first of all, we talking differently. You said me attracted to her. I found out that a colleague's spouse was attracted to me, and I didn't feel like that was cool.
Did she come on to you?
Yeah, but I didn't feel like it was cool because like.
All right, next. Rodney.
I can tell 2 stories. 2 stories. My man, hold on, my man right here. I ain't never in my life met a certain lady that he used to deal with, right? And of course, I'm sitting out here and I'm out in the field, loud as shit, being my loud ass. I was like, God damn, who the hell is that big drug? They tapped me on. Y'all know that's Juice. And Juice standing right next to me. And Juice standing, he bust out in the lab and he was like, man, I ain't spoke to.
I don't want nobody else that somebody else don't want.
Exactly.
Day?
Absolutely. Yeah, few. Long time ago.
Long
time ago. I mean, it's like, I think if we all keep it a stack, we all have been attracted to somebody that somebody's had. I mean, it's just law of attraction. If a woman look good, a woman look good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because it's physical first.
Where this leads to my next question. Have you been attracted to one of your spouse or someone you're involved with, dating, wife, friend?
Yes.
Yes.
So the question,
You have your word you using.
attracted
That's
to
too
Okay,
easy.
well, let me
and
say
come
that.
on to is 2 different things. I could think she's attractive.
Absolutely.
Shit, I might even tell my peers. Yeah, Shawty cool. She cool people.
So maybe I should
I'm
say.
joking with my wife.
Won't you say what you want to say?
My wife.
Hit
Hey,
the
look,
brass tacks.
Have you wanted
better
to
tell your
fuck?
friends stop coming around here like that.
How about
man.
that?
Don't do serious shit. You want to joke?
Is that better?
What you say?
What if you
Hey, no.
wanted?
Don't even say wanted to fuck. Have you decided in your mind that you was going to accomplish that mission?
Question for you, Tay. That's your question.
What?
Because
Everybody just asked.
if you say wanted to fuck, and yeah, the answer's still yes.
Have you ever wanted to fuck one of your girls?
That's the physical attraction. So I mean,
They say you could do anything you put your mind to.
I'm just asking a question. I don't need
So
you.
if I thought about it,
You did.
You hit?
I said if I thought about it.
So have you thought about
I
it?
haven't thought about
Hey,
it.
listen to the riddle. Listen to the riddle.
Yeah.
We're in the escape room. He just said you can do anything you put your mind to. So if I thought about it,
I mean, I'm in here with the word person, so I just want to be specific.
I want to hear the word
Have
person
you
say.
have you ever thought about it?
Who you talk to?
Tay,
Oh, Tay, I thought you was talking to somebody else.
have you ever thought about it, Tay? Since you got the curveball for the night, motherfucker.
I have.
Well, we can skip past Tay. We know we take one.
Ask the word person.
Ask the word artist.
Ask the word
Word person. So are you. Well, I mean,
I need to record this on my phone.
I mean, you talking about was I attracted to her?
What's the exact question? I can answer it exactly.
Yeah.
Have you been attracted and wanted to sleep with one of your girl's
What have you?
friends or family members?
What have you?
Or you mean one of her family members?
What have you?
Friends,
Oh,
family
family
members,
members.
whatever. One of your
What have
a
you?
person that you was dating or that you was hitting.
Wait, bro, I'm really gonna do.
I
I'm
like
really
that.
gonna
They
do.
didn't getting good.
I really don't
I'm
do.
about to
Good,
say.
you good.
I really don't do no dating.
Girlfriend, like,
I really don't do no dating, but
I'm trying to think. That's a great question. I've expressed a lot of things in my life.
Here come the dancing.
There you go.
Dancing.
That nigga MC Hammer over there.
Dance machine.
Watch me get down.
1 or 2? You say 1 or 2?
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna just say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure I have. I don't know who. I can't. I want to know who. Though. I do want to know. Oh yeah, actually yeah. I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do got somebody.
He went from
the
I wanted
past.
to oh yeah to that. That but
I guess it was more like I wouldn't say I wanted to. I guess if you would, you wanted to, right? That's the same. Like I would. But then you ain't really look at her like that. But if she presented herself properly,
you would definitely take her
I
out.
would do. The sun and the moon was lined up just right. The stars, and it wasn't cloudy.
Okay.
Jesus take the wheel.
Gas tank was filled up.
Let me throw a slide. Since
Y'all
we're on
so-
curve.
y'all
Let
so
me let me
wise.
throw a slide in there. If you and we may have asked this before, but I'm just curious since we got the gang in here, man, and everybody got a little bubbly about them. If you was cranking a young lady
Oh shit.
and she I'm talking about she checked off all the boxes, man, you know. Smell good, pretty feet, making some bread, got intellectual stimulating you.
Good mind talk.
Everything, man.
Okay.
Good job. I'm talking about just down, man.
Her hands and feet pretty.
Man, hands and feet. I'm talking about off the chain. Man.
Man, she got all that shit.
Foot model. She got everything. You cranking. Y'all cranking on the regular. Y'all been cranking for like a year. Go to a family reunion.
Facts.
You go to a family reunion, right? And you find out she your cousin.
Woo! Jesus take the wheel.
She
You
my fourth or fifth cousin.
she like your second cousin.
Woo! Damn.
Jesus take the wheel.
But listen, it's some blood in there. It's some blood in there now.
Oh,
That's too close to home.
Are you gonna keep fucking?
No, that's too close. Second cousin.
No.
You said fourth. You might have said
and
fifth
you,
or sixth.
and you got to the third and the
You
fourth.
telling
You've
me
been fucking for like a year
Year.
and change. Raw, everything.
nothing in her and everything.
Nothing in her. Matter of fact, you took her and got an abortion.
And so you
Oh Lord, man.
and I'm emotional. Hold up.
Curveball we could have came.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you.
Emotionally.
This
I'm emotionally with this person.
like this not even a like.
Hey, honestly, but real talk. Let's
Just ask.
let's be serious for a minute. In today's society, where family reunions aren't as common, when we were coming up, when you was going to this family reunion, you knew who your cousin up. Like half of the, if you ain't the first cousin, that's all. Because you don't even really have Big Mama house no more.
Once it gets past,
So it's actually
once it gets past second cousin.
it's a wild question, but it's actually realistic.
Thank you, Rose.
What Rose say? We don't see nothing.
Rose say you might as well keep hitting.
Thank you, Rose.
I'm saying, the reason I ask is this: my father got like 12 kids.
So you fucked a
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know because I haven't met
They
him.
read first of all.
I'm saying I don't know because I haven't
Let me
met
ask
him.
you a question.
But again, like we talked, and I'm gonna get you talking. Like we said, that sex can change things in a friendship.
Yes, it can.
So you been hitting, y'all. She done had a baby, but you know y'all had to get rid of it and everything. And you find out, man, it's your cousin. You know you gonna stop?
What if you fell in love with her
Damn, why?
and she cut you off? How you gonna feel?
I don't know. How you gonna feel, Jim? First of all, I don't know.
Well, he don't
Man,
feel
love,
love.
don't
You
say
already know
nothing.
what I
That
feel
shit.
about
that-
sex. But you know, we know somebody that has baby by their cousin.
So let me ask you a question, Daddy. Pause.
Really?
Daddy, real quick, real talk.
on the podcast.
That's why I said I ain't gonna say
There we
that.
Go ahead, so.
So you just say your father had how many kids?
You got like 12, maybe 13.
Do you know all of them?
Nope.
So
Oh shit.
what about happenstance in your DJing days?
No.
DJ Dre.
Yeah.
Long time ago. You spinning,
Right.
lights on there while you spinning. You put the playlist on, you taking it back, you cranking the jump, and you get to cranking on the regular, and then through conversation you find out that's your sister.
Damn, sister.
It's gonna be tough, man. God dang. I mean,
What's gonna be tough? Which part is tough? What'd you say?
And it's bomb.
the sex
It's bomb.
has been introduced and it just naturally just changes things. It changes the dynamic of.
It don't change the fact that you're a sister.
You asking me?
You sound like you
Contradicting
I'm just saying it's gonna be one of the things like
Remember you just said sex.
Watch this, hold on. Like
did you say anything else?
Sex, I'm stopping.
cold
Because
turkey,
it's just
like
sex.
cold turkey
That's
stop. And I just found out.
I'm cold turkey
talking about
stopping
sex,
because
though.
it's just sex.
You just said, sir. We talked about this earlier. The beginning of the show was about
So y'all not just sex, man. Y'all won't listen to
I
me.
get it, man. I'm
you,
just
it's
saying. I
just
mean,
Y'all won't listen to me, man. Y'all keep talking just sex.
I
I'm
mean,
so tired.
when it becomes something else more than sex, man,
listen,
yeah, you got a problem.
it's gonna really be to each his own, man.
Audible,
Everybody's
wiping
different,
his
man.
body down there. It's audible as
Dark ass.
This nigga give him massages with audible and this shit.
I don't prefer. That's not my.
First of all, I ain't got juice. I ain't got juice stop.
Stop.
Them licking nigga. I ain't got that nigga stopping whatsoever. Amplified gonna be turned down. Nigga gonna say some shit like
Yeah,
that.
she gonna start
I'm saying.
spraying on his mouth as he hit from the back. She gonna
You wanna stop? You wanna stop?
He licks his lips.
She get that good sloppy toppy.
Sister.
She
Stop.
Y'all got different
monster
mothers.
though.
Stop.
Oh, hold on. Now
I feel dirty.
Now you saying you adding stuff to
I
it.
just said they got different mothers. Same father, different mother.
They gotta have different mothers. He would know if they had the same mother.
Right, different.
Stop.
I'm stopping. I'm with you, so I'm stopping.
You stop.
You stopping, Rodney?
Dead stop.
Yeah, I'm stopping.
You said you did stop?
Dead stop.
Cold
Stop.
Dead stop.
I'm
He
stopping.
said stop the dead.
They
Dead
It's
stop.
only sex.
they not stopping.
It's only sex.
Jay still crazy.
They not
Are
stopping.
you emotionally invested? It's only sex.
Listen, we can
Because
rate
the
land.
sex,
We
the
can
sex
rate.
ain't gonna
We
change.
can rate land this plane. We can rate land this plane, ladies and gentlemen. We can talk about this online, like everything y'all need to know online and all of that stuff like that. You know, it's tough out here. Like I don't think we really realize.
probably hit one more time.
I don't think we really realize the
You probably hit
power
one more time.
that is in sex. The power that is in sex. We can be here
Can we
all
talk
day
about that
long
next
talk
week?
about. We can talk about that. There we go. The
Power
power
of
that
sex.
is really in sex.
The power of
Because if you even look at like Bible days, niggas got killed over sex, man. David
Niggas still
killed,
killed
man,
that
David
sex.
killed Bathsheba husband, and niggas still doing it to this day. So sex can't just be just
Power of
sex.
sex, huh?
The power
Man,
of
you guys
sex
don't
next
blow your,
week.
You guys don't blow your phone up, want to know where you at. FaceTime me. Where you
Yeah.
at? Let me see your background.
Sugar in your gas
Sugar in
tank.
your gas tank, can your
Oh, the
car.
sex.
So we
You
saying,
put
man,
sugar in my gas
sex
tank,
does
I'm
have
gonna
power.
get
Even for old word person, it got power. So we gonna discuss that next week. Listen here, y'all. 9812 Piscataway
Showing
Road.
up the same day of the week,
Just
every
Right
week.
Barber Lounge. We are here. The whole family gonna be in here next week. We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Repeat after me as y'all watching. Like and subscribe. Because we're gonna have a doozy for you next week. We might have a guest.
Hey, ladies,
So-
you bring a friend next week. You bring a friend next week. One friend gets you a half a dozen. Two friends gets you a whole
The
dozen.
prize
Hey,
is bring that up again. We're gonna have
What you
prize.
got? Also, yeah, since
Hey, we get our roses.
since COVID has lifted, we got some things that we putting together. Gift cards. We got crabs since it's summertime.
Hey, we got Tay offering out rose delivery.
Rose
Wednesday.
delivery, spa sessions, everything, man.
Absolutely.
We want to get y'all, man, nice and involved. So make sure each one tell one. Each one tell one. Like and subscribe. Just Right Barber Lounge, 9812 Piscataway Road. Like to thank everybody for tuning in. We out.
What another woman can say is very different. Some women want them long and skinny. Some women want them short and
For some women, they're
Hey,
right.
look, don't scratch with your
It don't
fingers.
happen
You
as
gotta
much
use-
with the G-spot and everything.
make sure I did look at the package before to make sure that I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. Yes, you know.
Ain't no race in the world been through what Black African Americans have been through. But also that came along with the program, came along with this, and the fear. The
anybody that's in here that ever said, I'm American. For years, hundreds of years, white people always felt that it's not theirs and they can take it.
It's every season, you do it.